Welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas Rana. We have started a new initiative that will help the aspirants to revise the current affairs through options. The options selected here are of utmost importance. They will help you to revise current affairs of the past 4 months. This will boost your memory through mind mapping. Due to time constraint, we have limited option revision in the video. Rest of the options revision will be available in our daily current affairs application quiz section.
Hello everyone. So in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for appointments and resignation for March month. Let's start. First is who has been recently appointed as the chairperson of Lokpal. Remember Lokpal, this is the Anti-Corruption Authority of India, and recently former Supreme Court Judge Ajay Manikrao Khanvilkar has been appointed as the chairperson and a member of Lok Sabha. Next, Ajay Kanwal was reappointed as the MD and CEO of which small finance bank for 3 years. So he was appointed as MD and CEO of Jana Small Finance Bank for 3 years. Take a note of this. Jana Small Finance Bank headquarters is in Bengaluru, Karnataka. Next, who has been recently appointed as MD and Managing Director of Mangalore Refinery and Petrochemicals Limited. So Mundukur Sham Prasad Kamath, right, has been appointed as Managing Director of Mangalore Refinery and Petrochemicals Limited. He will be serving the post until his superannuation on 30th of November 2027 or further notice. He will succeed whom? He will be succeeding Sanjay Verma. Next, who was recently appointed as the part-time chairman of Tamilnad Mercantile Bank? So who was appointed as the part-time chairman of Tamilnad Mercantile Bank? So S. Ravindran has been appointed as the part-time chairman of Tamilnad Mercantile Bank. And he is currently serving as an independent director of Tamilnad Mercantile Bank. And he will be in this position till August 2026. Next, who has recently assumed the additional charge as the chairman and managing director of NHPC Limited? So Rajendra Prasad Goyal, right, has assumed the additional charge as the chairman and managing director of NHPC Limited. Take a note of this. He will succeed whom? He will be succeeding Rajiv Kumar Vishnoi. He will be succeeding Rajiv Kumar Vishnoi. Next, who has recently sworn in as the Prime Minister of Pakistan for a second term? So Shehbaz Sharif has been appointed as the Prime Minister of Pakistan for the second term. Take a note of this. Next, in March, Tamas Sulyok was appointed as the President of which country? So, Tamas Sulyok was appointed as the President of Hungary. As the President of Hungary. And he will be succeeding Katalin Novak. And Katalin Novak was the first female prime minister or first female president of Hungary. Correct? And Tamas Sulyok will be in this position for the next 5 years. That is till 2029. Next, who has been recently appointed as the Chief Secretary of Bihar? So, Brajesh Mehrotra has been appointed as the Chief Secretary of Bihar. He is a 1989 batch IAS officer of Bihar cadre, and Brajesh Mehrotra will be succeeding Amir Shubhani, a 1987 batch IAS officer. Next, who has been recently appointed as the Managing Director and CEO of Future Generali India Life Insurance Company Limited? Alok Rungta, right? Mumbai, Maharashtra based Future Generali India Life Insurance Company appointed Alok Rungta as the MD and CEO with effect from 1st of April 2024. And Alok Rungta will take charge from Bruce De Broys, right, who was serving as MD and CEO since 2022. Next, Gustavo Lino Adrianzen Olia was sworn in as the Prime Minister of Republic of Peru. Correct? Take a note of this. And Gustavo will be succeeding Alberto Otrola, right? Next, who has been recently named as the 12th nominated member of parliament in the upper house of parliament, that is Rajya Sabha. So Sudha Murthy has been recently named as the 12th MP of the upper house of the parliament, that is Rajya Sabha, and she received several awards such as your Padma Shri, that is the fourth highest civilian award in 2006, and Padma Bhushan was awarded to her in 2023 for social work. Correct? And Sudha Murthy is the 12th nominated member of parliament in the upper house, that is Rajya Sabha. Next, who has recently sworn in as the 14th president of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan for the second term? So Asif Ali Zardari, right, co-chairman of the Center Left Pakistan People's Party, was sworn in as the 14th president of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, right? So 14th president Asif Ali Zardari. Next, Nayab Singh Saini was sworn in as the 11th Chief Minister of Haryana. He succeeded whom? He succeeded Manohar Lal Khattar to be the 11th Chief Minister of Haryana. And he belongs to which party? Nayab Singh Saini, he is from BJP party. And he is from which constituency? He is from Kurukshetra constituency. Next, which of the following personalities have recently taken charge as the new election commissioner in the Election Commission of India? So, who has taken the charge here? So, remember, Ganesh Kumar and Sukhbir Singh Sandhu, both of them have taken charge as the new election commissioner in the Election Commission of India. Correct? And take a note of this, both are important. Next, who has been chosen as the national icon in persons with disability category by Election Commission of India in March 2024? So, right option here becomes Sheetal Devi. Right, she has been chosen as the national icon in persons with disability category by the Election Commission of India to promote vote, right, or basically to create awareness about the voting. Next is, who has been appointed as the group president of OneKotak in March 2024? Jaideep Hansraj. Jaideep Hansraj was appointed as the group president of OneKotak in March 2024. Right? Take a note of this. And remember, Shripal Shah, the president and chief operating officer at Kotak Securities, will take over from Hansraj as the head of Kotak Securities. Correct? Next, who was elected as the new president of Federation of Indian Export Organization, that is FIEO? So Ashwini Kumar was appointed as the new president of FIEO in March 2024. And Ashwini Kumar, remember here, he will succeed whom? He will be succeeding Dr. A. Saktivel. Next, who was assumed as the chairman of National Commission for Scheduled Caste in New Delhi in March 2024? So Kishor Makwana, right, assumed the charge of chairman of the National Commission for Scheduled Caste in New Delhi. And here remember, Lav Kush Kumar and Vadepalli Ramchandra assumed the charge as the member of the NCSC, that is your National Commission for Scheduled Caste. Next, and this tenure for the National Commission for Scheduled Caste for the chairman here is of 3 years. Next, in March, Vladimir Putin was sworn in as the president of Russia for which term? So he was elected as the president of Russia for the 5th term, Vladimir Putin. And this will be a 6-year long term. Each term is of 6 years. Next, name the governor who has taken additional charge as the governor of Telangana and lieutenant governor of Puducherry in March 2024. So CP Radhakrishnan, right, has taken additional charge as the governor of Telangana and lieutenant governor of Puducherry in March 2024. Also, he was given the additional charge of the lieutenant governor of Puducherry. Take a note of this. CP Radhakrishnan. Right, if we talk about him, he took the additional charge of Telangana on 20th of March 2024, and now he has been given the additional charge of the lieutenant governor of Puducherry. Next, who was elected as the chairman of Indian Banks Association for the term 23-24? So Matam Venkata Rao. Right, was elected as the chairman of the IBA, that is Indian Banks Association, for the term 23-24. He will succeed whom? He will be succeeding Atul Kumar Goyal. Correct. He is the MD and CEO of Punjab National Bank, who served as the chairman of IBA for 22-23. Next, name the union minister who has been given additional charge of the Ministry of Food Processing Industries in March 2024. So, Kiran Rijiju, Union Minister of Earth Science, has been given the additional charge of the Ministry of Food Processing Industries in March 2024. And remember, this comes under the Article 75 of the Indian Constitution, that the President has the power to appoint ministers on the advice of Prime Minister. Next, who was appointed as the Prime Minister of Palestinian Authority in March 2024? Mohammad Mustafa. Correct. Mohammad Mustafa was appointed as the Prime Minister of Palestinian Authority, and he will be succeeding whom? He will be succeeding Mohammad Satya. And Mohammad Satya resigned from his post in Feb 2024 due to the development related to the Israeli conflict in Gaza. Next, Prabhavo Subianto was elected as the president of which country? So he was appointed as the president of Indonesia, and he is scheduled to become the 8th president of Indonesia. Next, who has recently took charge as the president of Indian Steel Association? So Naveen Jindal, right? He will take charge as the president of the Indian Steel Association. Naveen Jindal. Correct. He will succeeding whom? He will be succeeding Dilip Omen, who is the CEO of ArcelorMittal Nippon Steel India and executive vice president of ArcelorMittal. Correct. Also remember Naveen Jindal. He will also hold the post of the chairman of the Apex Committee, that is the governing body of ISA. Next, and Naveen Jindal, he is the chairman of Jindal Steel and Power. Next, who has been recently named as the Prime Minister of Portugal? So, Luís Filipe Montenegro has been appointed as the new Prime Minister of Portugal. Correct. He will succeed whom? He will be succeeding Antonio Costa. Next, who was selected as the chairperson and managing director of New India Assurance Company in March 2024? So, Girija Subramaniam was elected as the chairperson and managing director of New India Assurance Company in March 2024. Take a note of this. And here remember, Girija Subramaniam will succeed whom? Will be succeeding Neerja Kapoor. Next, in March, Supreme Court appointed 7-member expert committee for the preservation of the critically endangered dash. So, Supreme Court appointed a 7-member committee for the preservation of the critically endangered Great Indian Bustard. Great Indian Bustard. Next, who has been recently sworn in as the judicial member of Lok Sabha or Lokpal of India? So, who has been appointed or sworn in as the judicial member of Lokpal India? Here remember, the right option becomes Rituraj Awasthi. Right? Rituraj Awasthi has been sworn in as the judicial member of Lokpal of India. Apart from this, who has been recently appointed as the brand ambassador for Everready Industries in India? So, Indian javelin throw player Neeraj Chopra has been appointed as the brand ambassador for Everready Industries India Limited. And he is also the brand ambassador for promoting tourism in Switzerland. Next, name the personality from India who has been recently appointed as the Assistant Secretary General and Special Representative of the SG for Disaster Risk Reduction in United Nations Office for Disaster Reduction. So, right option here is Kamal Kishor. Correct. And he will succeed whom? He will be succeeding Mami Mizutori of Japan, who held the position since January 2018. Next, who has been recently appointed as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Bank of Maharashtra? So, Nidu Saka has been appointed as MD and CEO of Bank of Maharashtra. And Nidu Saka, he will be replacing A.S. Rajiv upon his election as the Vigilance Commissioner in Central Vigilance Commission. Right? And Nidu Saka will be in this position for 3 years. Right? He will be in this position for 3 years. and he has also served as the executive director of Union Bank of India from Feb 2022 to March 2024. Next is name the hockey personalities who have been recently appointed as co-chairs of the International Hockey Federation New Athletes Committee. So right option here is PR Sreejesh and Camilla Karam. They both have been appointed as co-chairs of the International Hockey Federation's New Athlete Committee. Next, who has recently took over as the 41st National President of FICCI Ladies Organization for the year 24-25? So, Joyri Das Verma. I repeat, Joyri Das Verma has been appointed as the 41st National President of FLO, that is FICCI's Ladies Organization for 24-25. Correct? Take a note of this. And Joyri Das Verma, she will be succeeding Sudha Shiv Kumar. Right? She was the 40th President of FLO. Next, in March, Basirao Domye Diakar Fai was elected as the President of which country? He was elected as the President of Senegal. Take a note of this. Right? And Fai succeeded Macky Sall, who served as the President of Senegal from 2012 to 2014. So friends, that's all for this appointments and resignation. Now let's move to some revision part beneficial for your learning.
In which country Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi has recently inaugurated an airstrip and a St. James jetty? So it is in which country? It will be in Mauritius. Right? PM Narendra Modi recently and PM of Mauritius Pravind Jugnauth has recently inaugurated an airstrip and a St. James jetty in Aglela Island, that is in Mauritius. Take a note. Next, which of the following countries have recently become the members of the World Trade Organization, that is WTO? So which of the following countries have become the members of World Trade Organization? It is Union of Comoros and Democratic Republic of Timor-Leste. So right option becomes both 1 and 2. And the signing ceremony for this was held during the WTO's 13th Ministerial Conference that was hosted by UAE, United Arab Emirates in Abu Dhabi. Next, according to the 10th edition of the Women Business and Law 2024 report released by World Bank Group in March, India has climbed to the dash place out of 190 countries in the index. So according to the 10th edition of the Women Business Law report released by World Bank Group, India has climbed to 113th position out of 190 countries in this index. Correct? And this is for the first time that WBL, that is Women Business Law, assesses the gap between legal reforms and actual outcomes for women in 190 countries. Next, which of the following organizations along with Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation have recently pledged nearly 600 million towards eliminating cervical cancer? So it is World Bank and UNICEF, right? They have recently partnered with along with Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, and they have recently pledged nearly $600 million towards eliminating cervical cancer. Next, which country has recently joined NATO, that is North Atlantic Treaty Organization, as the alliance 32nd member? So this is the 32nd member that has recently joined, and it is Sweden. So Sweden became 32nd member of NATO. Correct? Of NATO. Next, in March, Panama became the dash member of the International Solar Alliance. So Panama became the 97th member to join International Solar Alliance, and Malta became the 119th country, that is a 19th signatory country to join International Solar Alliance. Right? So Panama became 97th member of International Solar Alliance. Take a note of it. If we talk about International Solar Alliance, launched in 2015, it was a initiative between India and France together. Project director is Ajay Mathur. Headquarter is in Gurugram, Haryana. Correct. So right option here becomes option 2, 97th. Next, according to Trends in International Arms Transfer 23 released by Swedish think tank that is SIPRI, Dash country was the world's top arm importer for the period 2019 to 23. So according to them, according to SIPRI, in March, which country was the world's top arm importer? It was our India. Right? Our India was the top arm importer for the period 2019 to 2023. And India's import has increased by 4.7% compared to the period 2014 to 2018. Then if we are talking about the second and the third largest here, second is Saudi Arabia and third is Qatar. Next, if we are talking about the top three largest exporters, right? If we are talking about them, it is USA, France and Russia. Next, which country has recently signed a protocol for the establishment of the Joint Economic and Trade Committee with India? It is Dominican Republic. Right? Dominican Republic has signed a protocol for the establishment of Joint Economic and Trade Committee with India. Take a note of this. And this protocol is basically to establish a bilateral institution mechanism between both the nations in trade and commerce that will enhance collaboration in various service sectors and foster technological exchange and innovation. Next, name the Indian naval ship that has participated in exercise Cutlass Express at Port Victoria, Seychelles in March 2024. It is INS Tir. Correct. Indian naval ship Tir has participated in exercise Cutlass Express at Port Victoria, Seychelles in March 2024. And this exercise in this Indian Navy has been participating since 2019. Next, the Indian Army contingent that is Gorkha Rifles participated in the Dash edition of Joint Military Exercise Lamitya between Indian Army and Seychelles Defence Force that was held in Seychelles. So location is Seychelles. So Indian Army contingent Gorkha Rifles, they participated in which edition? It was the 10th edition of the Joint Military Exercise Lamitya held between Indian Army and Seychelles Defence Force. Correct? And this exercise has been held in Seychelles since the year 2001. And here this exercise Lamitya means friendship. The meaning of this word Lamitya means friendship. Next, according to the 12th edition of the World Happiness Report 2024 in March, India secured Dash rank while Dash has topped the position for the 7th consecutive time. So according to the 12th edition of the World Happiness Report released in March, India secured 126th rank while Finland has topped the position for the 7th consecutive time. Then Finland, it is followed by which country? It is followed by Denmark, Iceland, Sweden and then Israel. And what is the rank of India? India is at 126th position out of 146 countries. So right option here becomes option 2, 126 and Finland. Next, in which exercise or in which city exercise Tiger Triumph 24, that is the 3rd edition of the bilateral tri-service humanitarian assistance and disaster relief exercise, amphibious exercise between India and USA was conducted in March. So this is exercise Tiger Triumph, right? Tiger Triumph 24. This is the 3rd edition of the bilateral tri-service humanitarian assistance and disaster relief exercise that was held between India and USA. What is the location? Where was this held? It was held at Visakhapatnam in Andhra Pradesh. Correct? Take a note of this. Right option is option 1, Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. Next, name the Indian who has been recently elected as the co-chairman of the Digital Innovation Board of the International Telecommunication Union. So Neeraj Mittal has been recently elected as the co-chair of the Digital Innovation Board of the ITU. Next, according to the 4th edition of the UN Global E-Waste Monitor, that is GEM 2024 report released in March, the world generated dash of e-waste in 2022. So the world generated a total of 62 million tons of e-waste in 2022. And remember, globally the e-waste generation is increasing by 2.6 million tons annually. right? Also, the report revealed that the world generated 62 million tons of e-waste in 2022, that is up by 82% compared to the 2010. And this was the fourth edition of the United Nations Global E-Waste Monitor Report. Next, in March, United Nations General Assembly adopted the first global resolution on artificial intelligence. Which country proposed the non-binding resolution? So it is United States of America that has recently proposed the non-binding resolution, and it was United Nations General Assembly that has adopted the first global resolution on artificial intelligence. This non-binding resolution was proposed by USA and was co-sponsored by 123 countries that include China, Cuba and Russia.